How to do, folks? How y'all doing today? Well, I've had a lot of people ask me what are my top 10 video games of all time. Well, I like a lot of games, and it's hard to say what are my top 10, but these games you're about to see in this video, I've really enjoyed over the years, and I'd say these are my top 10. So, let's get started. Number 10. Link's 2004 was such a great game on the original Xbox. I remember playing the game online with my friends. It was just so much fun to play. It's one of the best damn golf games there ever was. I mean, all these new Tiger Wood games are so damn confusing. The controls and all this other shit you gotta do. It's just not much fun compared to Link's 2004. The game was easy to play. You could pick it up and just play it just like that. It had great graphics. You could put your own music in the game, and it was fun to play online with other golfers. I'd say it's an excellent golf game and one of the best damn golf games there ever was. Number 9. Twisted Metal Black for PlayStation 2. There was also Twisted Metal Black Online, which was lots of fun to play, which was basically Twisted Metal Black online with other people. And Twisted Metal Black was a very twisted game, very disturbing, very creepy, flat out weird, and extremely twisted. And it was a lot of fun to play. It had great graphics and fantastic music, and Sweet Tooth is like a serial killer clown in this one, and it's pretty messed up, all the storylines, and it was a fun game, great boss fights, good online play for those that played it back in the day when they had Twisted Metal Black Online, and lots of fun to play, and one of my favorite car combat games on PlayStation 2. Number 8. Painkiller was quite a crazy game when it came out on PC. It was like a Serious Sam, but like a dark version of Serious Sam. Lots of enemies on the screen, screaming, all coming at you at one time. And here you are, one man, killing them all. There was basically not much to the story, but it was a hell of a lot of fun to play. Sit there and shoot hundreds of enemies on the screen, and it was a fun game. I mean, it was a lot of fun to play, and lots of shit going on the screen at one time. There was an Xbox port that had a bunch of levels from Painkiller, but not all the levels from Painkiller Battle Out of Hell, which was kind of disappointing. But the Xbox port was one of the last good games on the original Xbox, and I enjoyed it for what it was. There were a couple other Painkiller games that came out, Painkiller Overdose and Painkiller Resurrection or something. Those were not as good as the original Painkiller, but you may enjoy them. But I enjoyed Painkiller. I'd say it's one of my favorite first-person shooters for the PC and the original Xbox. Number 7. I've been a Tony Hawk fan for many years. Played a bunch of Tony Hawk games. There's been probably like 11 or 12 of them, maybe more than that. Kind of lost count. But one Tony Hawk game I really enjoyed was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. Remember when it came out, and I think it was 2001. I got it on GameCube, and I liked it so much. Later on, I bought it on Xbox, and I bought it on PlayStation 2, and I bought it on PS1. Man, the PlayStation 1 version looked like shit. I mean, the graphics were like, oh my god, awful. But it looks great on all the other systems. But Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 was such a fun game. One of the best skateboarding games there ever was. Excellent music, lots of fun to play. The kind of Tony Hawk game that you gotta have. I had a lot of fun skateboarding in it. Number 6. Okay, I love Twisted Metal. I love me some Sweet Tooth, but one of my favorite Twisted Metal games was Twisted Metal 2. I grew up playing this game on PlayStation 1, and it's just such a fun game. It was amazing for its time, and it's still great to this day. I love the game so much I bought it again on the PlayStation Network. Now I play it on PlayStation 3, even though I can put my PS1 game in and play it on there. I went ahead and bought it again because I love it so much. But it was such a fun car combat game for PlayStation 1. It looked great. It was the boss fights were fun. I liked all the different endings to the characters, and it was a great game, and definitely one of the best car combat games on PlayStation 1. Number 5. I love all the Grand Theft Auto games, but one GTA game that stood out of all of them would have to be Grand Theft Auto Vice City. I'm telling you, this game was just amazing. I don't know if it was the 80s theme that it had, or the gameplay, or the graphics, or maybe just because it was a damn good game. But I loved Grand Theft Auto Vice City, played it on PlayStation 2, Xbox, PC. It was such a great game. Fantastic music, very good characters, great storyline. If you like the movie Scarface, you'll love Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Number 4. There were never many good BMX games this past decade, that's for sure. The one BMX game that I really liked, and it was a lot of fun to play, was BMX Triple X. Sure, a lot of people hated the game and bashed the hell out of it, said it was shit and all this other stuff. But I thought it was a fun game. I mean, it was funny. It had funny characters in the game. The controls were pretty good. I think the game was a whole lot more fun than damn Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX 2. It was just a very crazy game. It was fun to play, and sure, it was nasty, and it's definitely not for the kids. But it was basically Dave Mirra 3 with naked ladies, and it was a fun game. I really liked it. Number 3. Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut for N64. Man, it took me 2 years to find this game. This game is pretty damn rare, and it's pretty damn fun. It's basically Clay Fighter 63 and a third for N64 with better graphics and more characters and some extra levels and some extra secrets. And it's an excellent fighting game, and it's got Booger Man in it, Earthworm Jim, a big fat Santa Claus, and a killer hand, and all kind of good stuff. And it's a fun fighting game. And if you got about 60 or 70 or $80, that's how much it's going to cost to find a copy, because it's pretty damn rare and it's pretty damn good. And it's definitely worth playing. Number 2. Booger Man, a pick and flick adventure. Boy, this was a fun game. It was an excellent platform game. Had some very good graphics for its time. I think it came out on Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. I love the game so much I bought it on both systems. And it had some very funny bosses: Deodorant, Revolta, Hick Boy, and Booger Meister. I wonder where that name came from. Yeah, that's where I got my name from. I stuck Meister in my name in reference to the boss in this game, Boogermeister. But Booger Man was such a fun game. You could throw boogers, fart, do all this other stuff, and definitely check it out because I loved it. Number 1, Booger's favorite game of all time. And my number 1 favorite game of all time would have to be Conkers Bad Fur Day. It was one of my favorite games for the N64. I've loved it so much. I've been playing for 10 years. Great graphics, great controls, fantastic music, very funny characters, excellent bosses, a fun platform game, damn good multiplayer, and lots of swearing and lots of funny humor. Only from our friends at Rareware. But those are my top favorite games of all time. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye bye.